So we have had some movements for Star Wars games in the past couple weeks that we're going to cover in this video. Respawn's Jedi Survivor, things are really starting to heat up with that game. The KOTOR remake, we've actually got some pretty good news regarding that one, surprisingly, and even LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga seemingly not being finished just yet. And what to expect from Disney's D23 Expo, which takes place in a couple weeks' time. Expect a presence of sorts for Star Wars games at that event, as well as potentially maybe Star Wars Eclipse at Gamescom, but that time is kind of running out. So in this video, we're going to recap everything that's going on for Star Wars games and what looks to be happening in a one-stop video on the latest in Star Wars game news. But first, a quick word from our sponsors, Owner Saber. They're running a special where you can buy one of their dueling lightsabers and get another 50% off. Just add the 2 lightsabers to your cart and enter the code B25F at checkout. This is only for their dueling lightsabers, and the special ends at September 5th. So be sure to check them out through the link below as they continue to support the channel, and you guys seem to be loving them so far. So let's start things off with the KOTOR remake. A couple days ago, it was made official that the KOTOR remake, which had recently hit development trouble with Aspyr Media and was indefinitely delayed, is still alive, and it's been moved to Saber Interactive. Now, Embracer, who owned Saber Interactive, intended to recreate the magic of the original Knights of the Old Republic and update it using modern technology. The game lets players create their own Jedi, wield lightsabers, and choose whether to follow the light or dark side of the Force in a galaxy filled with complex characters and a rich story. So it's basically just what we expect from KOTOR. That is KOTOR. Now, this doesn't mean the development will stay on track for a release in the near future though. Obviously, a change in developer means big delays. Industry experts expect the game will still need at least 2 more years in development before it can see the light of day. To be honest, I think that's conservative personally. I wouldn't be surprised if it took a lot longer than that. But to be honest, I'm just happy this game isn't stuck in limbo or cancelled and actually has a direction, given that most people, including myself, basically just expected that this game was going to get cancelled. But I think that late 2025 timeline is basically what we can expect, so pretty much just add it to the list of Star Wars games that are still multiple years away. Now moving on, and let's talk Jedi Survivor, as that is the closest Star Wars game we have despite it not having a release date. Now, there has been a lot of rumors floating around and tidbits of information that led us to believe that Star Wars Jedi Survivor was going to come out in early 2023. Previously, before that, a lot of insiders said late 2022, but likely to be moved to early 2023. Standard for Star Wars fans, basically the worst case scenario out of those two happened. So early 2023 looks like it's all but locked in at this point. Not only have EA's own roadmaps hinted strongly at this, but everything appears to be lining up perfectly, including a recent comment made by well-renowned industry insider Jeff Grubb. We've spoken about him on the channel before. Dude's basically right 99.9% of the time. He revealed Jedi Survivor's title before it was made official, so he clearly has some know-how on the movements of the game. Now, this comes after the Star Wars Jedi IP had 2 new books announced, where Jeff said that the books were coming in March, and he followed that up by saying, so is the game. So I think it's pretty safe to say that Survivor will be released in March. This isn't the first time we've heard March be thrown out there. Source after source and hint after hint are leading to March as the release month. This was kind of the final bit of reassurance that I needed. To be fair though, EA should be confirming this themselves really soon. They need to kind of ramp up the marketing for this game a little bit. Like, we haven't seen anything for the game besides that initial teaser trailer, and there are multiple events this year where they could be dropping some gameplay. One of those being D23, which takes place in a couple weeks time, and Gamescom, which is happening right now, but I think by the time this video goes up, it's pretty much finished. What's the bet I schedule this video to go live and something gets announced whilst I'm asleep? It's happened before, so if it happens again, apologies. Now, it's worth noting that Lucasfilm Games will have a presence at D23 in a couple weeks. So far, the only confirmed game to appear on the video game panel will be LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. Now, the release does say that there will be all new announcements, so fair to assume things that aren't announced to be at the panel beforehand, like Survivor, could very well be one of those announcements. Now, this does mean that LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga is not finished yet. The fact this game is even on this panel tells us that there is something big brewing for this game. It was supposed to be done and dusted by now. There is no reason for them to bring this game to a video game panel unless it has plans for further expansion, which is exactly what people think is happening. Now, note that Skydance New Media will be at Disney's D23 Expo, and these are of course the people behind Amy Hennig's Star Wars game, but it seems like they'll be showcasing the Marvel game they're doing, so that's why they are there, not for Star Wars, unfortunately. So any confusion around that should be cleared up. Now, there have been some leaks floating around that Quantic Dream will have somewhat of a presence at Gamescom, but like I said, time is running out. I can't see anything that leads toward anything being there so far. Again though, knowing my luck, something could be announced overnight whilst I'm asleep down under, so Eclipse may have a presence at Gamescom as well, but again, like I said, time is running out. So there is a lot to keep an eye on over the next couple of weeks for Star Wars games across the board. But that's about it, the latest on Star Wars games. Like I said before, none of this is really like breaking news, but kind of recapping everything that's come out over the past couple of weeks so you're all up to date. But there is a lot to come in the next month or so make sure you subscribe to the channel as we press on to 200,000 subscribers. And also, I just want to offer a cheeky plug to my second channel. We're uploading over there again, as a recent video kind of took off out of nowhere. It got like a few 100,000 views. So any downtime I get for YouTube, I'm kind of investing over there. Don't worry, it's not going to detract from this channel or anything, but be sure to check it out. That is going to do it for me today. Thank you very much for watching and have a good one.